Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the Middle Major Regional Qualifiers. We are here with our last game of the day for SEA coverage. It is, of course, TNC versus Execration here on Beyond the Summit 3. We are extraordinarily tired. It is 5:26 a.m. Pacific time here over in beautiful SoCal. My name is Mont. With me is Purge. We just witnessed a pretty good first game, pretty quick. Purge, are you alive? Are you okay? You doing all right?
I'm going to make it. I'm nearing 24
I know
hours.
you hate that question, but
I really do. It's, just Dota. Let's get the Dota.
Let's start the Dota. Let's talk about Dota.
the
There's
Dota
this thing
thing.
that we have. It's called a draft. We're going to jump right into it, okay? And let's just talk about where we're at now. So TNC, I'll go through this real quick for everybody at home and give Purge a break. TNC Execration, two of the best teams in the group. Execration coming into this particular matchup with their first victory in terms of a full set win. That was up against the Mongols, so they have 2 points. TNC tied with Signature Trust, one of the other two teams that I would put on par with TNC. And so they're tied, so that gives them a point each. So TNC came into this match 1 point, Execration 2. TNC then proceeds to win the first game up against Execration, so at least guaranteed 1 point here for TNC. A series win would put them in a very good spot, considering I think only Signature Trust, maybe Wraith, have a shot of bringing TNC down. So Sig Trust are already playing their series. It's very important to get this series win and to put them in solid footing, because if they get this series win, I feel like there's a good chance they make top 2.
Yeah, and I think they have a really good way to do that, because they had a great game last game. They definitely outplayed their opponents, and they get Sardar again. Like, Enchantress is the first pick for Execration. Sardar could be the response. The downside is that Sardar isn't very good at killing Enchantress directly, because she obviously limits attack speed. So they are still going to go with it. Going with basically the reduce their armor and increase your armor strat.
Fun stuff. They have Frostbots for Magic Nuke as well. But this is pretty much TNC's dream start, because I think we saw a lot of Spectre coming out for them, but there's a lot of Lich as well coming out in the open qualifiers.
A lot for them. So and that's despite the nerfs, or was that picked 3 days ago?
I think that was before the nerfs, I want to say, because they qualified first qualifier. When did they release the second patch?
I believe it was between, at least for NA, it was between day 1 and day 2.
Okay.
So day 1, all those heroes were strong. Day 2, boom, Lich nerf, all those other nerfs.
Yeah.
So I think they got it. They got it while it was hot.
Yes.
Cold, hot and cold.
I get it.
Now it's definitely worse. I think Nahaz mentioned the comparing the cooldown to the mana, is that it's actually, even though the mana or the experience you gain from the range creep is more now, if you match that based on the cooldown, it's actually overall a worse experience gain than it was previous. So it was like a net nerf to Lich.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, they needed to do something to begin with, I feel like.
Well, I mean, maybe it got over nerfed, maybe put it back to the way it was, but I guess you can't really do that, because no matter, I guess that's why it was OP, right? Because the range creep had so much more experience.
I mean, I saw games where they were dual laning mid. They would have Lich plus another hero there, and they would be like almost a level and a half to 2 levels ahead of that other mid laner.
It was definitely a problem, and there's other ways that Lich was better, such as Chain Frost and Frost Blast. Those slows now stack instead of before, where they would just like refresh the same cooldown. But maybe he got over nerfed, who knows? We'll see. He may phase himself out, at least in C. Lich still seems like a popular hero.
Yeah, he's been picked a fair bit, and he's going to be picked here again for TNC. Beastmaster for Execration, they played it as a jungling support, which got level 6 very quickly, not to mention an 18-minute Necro 3 with boots, which I thought was very impressive considering what had happened. And they gave him plenty of room to do it. Iron Talon, obviously very good with Boars, being able to jungle, makes your life a lot easier. You talked about those two camps. On the Dire side, obviously being able to go to the medium as well as hard camp towards your tier 2 tower. He can still do sort of the same thing with pretty much the same area. It's the tier 2 tower. I mean, I'm pretty sure you go between those two hard camps, the ones near the mid lane.
And the large. If you're on the Radiant side?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Dire team pick.
Probably. Yeah, that would make the most sense. I mean, you definitely want at least one large camp, because you can clear the large creeps pretty fast.
Well, the thing is, though, I say this, and I'm getting ahead of myself because there's an Enchantress pick, so I don't know what they're going to do with the Beastmaster. They could line him differently, probably put him in the offlane, I suppose. Not to say Enchantress offlane. It's only a little while ago we saw Enchantress offlane being all the rage, if you will. But
yeah, I actually kind of like the idea of doing Enchantress support, just because if Lich is in the game, he's going to be doing a dual lane somewhere. And the best way to punish that is just to kill him, because Lich is actually quite easy to kill in the lane. So if Enchantress is support, she could easily rotate to all these other dual lanes that TNC has, exert pressure there, and pick up some kills occasionally. And if her ganks are executed correctly, it should make up for the experience lost by the Lich being in a dual lane.
And that could happen too. I mean, the Lich could be put with a Slaughter like we saw with the Abaddon last game, which is what TNC did, and to great effect at that. So a Lich Slaughter dual aggressive lane would not be a shocker to me. Send another support with a Jug top, and then pick somebody for Teehee mid and have him go nuts, because he did really well that last game, despite giving away first blood. Top of CS, top of net worth for a long period in that game, as the Ember Spirit had a great game in terms of searing chains, finding good targets with Sleight of Fist. He did a good job in that regard. So Teehee is going to be fine mid regardless, unless you're really getting dual lane by that Lich, in which case that could happen. But we'll wait and see how TNC shape this draft up, as Execration now has their next pick.
So right now they've got great synergy with Beastmaster and Enchantress. The Puck maybe not making as much sense, but very mobile, pretty nuke heavy, should give some good punishing solutions against the Lich. Doesn't provide a slow in the mid lane when the Enchantress does come to gank, but if Enchantress does get the first disable off, that should be a Lich kill. So I like that. It's also very survivable against heroes like Juggernaut. In fact, right now Juggernaut's not really looking that amazing Omni-Slash wise.
Yeah.
There should be a lot of pets and things in the fight.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I like the hero though, regardless, just because I feel like just Jug has generally a good kit, and you can get around those Omni Slashes somehow, you know.
Yeah, you just have to be a little careful. It's very good versus Enchantress actually. You won't be able to get the extra slashes on the middle, but in that early game, that actually doesn't matter at all.
Yeah,
it can be a good solution. A little interesting to see the Dazzle picked up. I guess this is going to be a bit of a solution against the minus armor that Slaughter's outputting, so they can kind of counteract that a lot.
Yeah, the weave coming out.
If you weave really early, then the Omni Slash and the Slaughter initiation will be a bit weak. But for now, I'm not a huge fan of Dazzle. I like the hero a lot. I just don't think he's very strong.
Well, I understand why they pick it too, because it's not only just for the minus armor for your team, but it's for against the ice armor on the Lich too. So it's kind of a double-edged sword if you get it in the right spot. Although it's a big AOE, it's still kind of difficult to get everybody in weave sometimes. So
yeah, it's you can't always just weave during the fight. I think it's a pretty misused ability in most cases. Like it's just so much safer just to weave your team in most cases. Like you don't really know where they are.
Yes.
Maybe you need to pair Dazzle with like a vision hero like Beastmaster or
which they have.
Coddle or Night Stalker or something, because that way you can be like, oh, they're actually out here, boom, drop the weave, try to initiate within 5 seconds, and you already have like a medallion on every single one of them.
Yeah.
That's useful, but you know, the way that most people play Dazzle, it's all about the heal in the grave mostly, and occasionally you get a weave thrown in, but maybe I'm just crazy. Like it's hard to notice if it's working. Like really, you'd have to watch a replay and be like, just how much armor was missing.
You have to really theory craft it there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a everybody understands how the ability works, and it's gotten more used with time. But
this is, if you're talking about armor, this is the guy you want.
Why not both?
Exactly, and they have both now.
Yeah.
They have the Dazzle. They have the Sven. Sven, I think I like this pick. If you get a Stormhammer off onto Jug and you have God Strength, first of all, even if he decides to use his Blade Fury, you get roared. God Strength comes out, you chop him down in a couple of hits. Jug is tanky. He's not tanky enough to survive a Sven plus Puck or whoever's coming in. I feel like Sven fits the bill pretty nicely. He will have to avoid getting Slaughter or Slithering Crushed, you know, and he's going to have to use his Warcry at the right time. There's a lot of disable, so a Sven BKB early on will be a necessity, but the big build was always, at least in the last patch, Helm the Dom into SNY, and I want to see if that's going to continue to be the choice here for Execration.
I doubt it. I think it's going to be an Echo Saber Sven. It's just the Echo Saber is too good.
Really?
Now. Yeah, it's really good. Sven has a very limited time window where he can do damage, and the Echo Saber kind of it's a sort of substitute. It's a good substitute for SNY, at least the way that Sven uses SNY. And it gives you a little bit of mana, and the other important thing is it kind of helps you delay your BKB, since you can just do a triple hit with your stun, rather than just like 2 hits and then that's it.
I kind of forgot about just how important it is to have like attack speed with God Strength. And that's
entirely why that Sven's throughout the history of time would ever buy things like Mask of Madness, is because they needed to get as many hits in as possible before your stun ended. That's it. So if you solve that problem with something as simple as like a double hit, it can make all the difference, because 3 hits with God's Strength on a properly farmed Sven is already going to generally kill heroes.
Yeah, I'm now excited to see if Abed can actually hit to that. But we're gonna have a fight first. It looks like they're gonna wrap around, but they've both been spotted. Nando might get earth spiked here. He's just gonna get an auto attack thrown at him for good measure. Nothing really actually happening. Looking like TNC wanted to invade the jungle. They did that. They're gonna get a sentry down at the pole camp, at the small camp at the very least. No observer wards placed just yet. TNC not looking to go ahead and do that, and we'll see if they decide to contest again the rune, but I don't think that'll be the case. We'll wait and see. It looks like they're going to head top instead. And by the way, we should talk about this last pick for TNC, which was the Raven, probably safe lane farming Lone Druid.
Is he going to the top lane? He's got a Tango.
He has a mid build. Teehee has got the mid build going on, so I think he's going mid. I think Raven's top.
Yeah, and that'll be in a 1v1 versus Beastmaster, which is good for Lone Druid, I would say.
Yes.
You can definitely kill the boars. You can pull the creep waves around. That actually looks like that's what he's going to do.
Yeah. This is, I think, fine. They did get down an observer ward towards this pole camp, so we'll see how that affects Cuckoo on the line. Yeah, TNC, I like the draft. I do really like the Sven pickup, though, but it comes down to execution and farm. I think you pointed this out. I think Sven really plays well when he's got that, like, 2 to 3 net worth gap advantage coming out from the Ancients or wherever he gets that from, but
yeah,
we'll see if that's the case.
It helps, and levels are going to be really important for him as well. Once the Omni Slash comes out, if he can Warcry for 20 armor, people are going to live from that one. So I just like the solutions on Extinction a bit more. I don't like Dazzle a huge amount. I think that hero's a bit weak. But
the stun comes out. They have the Poison Touch as well, but I don't think they kill Sam H here. He's got his Slithering Crush on cooldown in 1 anyways. Meanwhile, mid lane, just some trades from Nando and Teehee. Nothing too crazy happening, but okay. I mean, this is shaping up as kind of to be expected. Where's Raven's bear? Where's his bear? I think he just blocked the camp. He just.
It's running east of the secret shop. Well, is it true?
I think he took the camp and then he blocked it after the camp was spawned.
I don't know about blocked it. Maybe it was there the whole time, perhaps.
I'm not sure. Either way.
It's actually full HP, so there's a very clearly it just sat there.
Yeah.
You just blocked the camp to limit what Enchantress could do with it.
Either way, he's gonna bring it back top now. The bear will be here to assist Raven.
That's actually a huge deal that happened because basically Enchantress wanted to shift to the offlane, grab the creep, and then start harassing the offlane. So she walked all the way up to the secret shop, no reason. That's a lot of time wasted.
That sounds miserable.
And she's not even level 2 yet. So if she just would have stayed in lane instead, kept her creep there, she would have accelerated a lot faster.
Yeah. A fight may be breaking out. It looks like they're trying to contest over here at this pole. Sam H leading the way with, of course, the Dazzle nearby with Poison Touch that he skilled first. We'll keep our eye on bottom lane. Don't want to miss that first blood again. I know I'm going to now that I've jinxed myself, but either way, they'll pick up the regen rune for Dazzle, which he really didn't need. The bounty rune comes out for the jug.
I would never let you miss first blood, ever.
No, not in a million years.
Asleep.
Top
so
lane.
It's not looking good.
Cuckoo. Earth Spike those bears. Get those last hits. Yes.
First blood boar.
Maximize your farm. The efficiency. It's beautiful. Meanwhile, almost missing the kill on Nando and Teehee mid. Teehee did not salve up. Nando was the one that did. I thought I got canceled from him, but he has his healing ward up, so there's no need to. Illusory Orb's going to hit. He's going to jaunt forward. He kills the healing ward, and now Teehee is out of luck, essentially. The Cyclone's going to come through as well, and Teehee's like, get me out of here. Nando has Illusory Orb up in 4, but he's too far away at this point. Nice back from Teehee, and finally, it looks like Nando's starting to get some room to wiggle here. Stormhammer bottom. Sam H in trouble. There's the Poison Touch coming out. They have heal level 1. They get off the Slithering Crush. Ice Armor's not there. The Frost Blast will go, and that'll stop the slow. And that'll be the end of the engagement. No kills yet.
They just love running these like aggressive lanes here. It's pretty fun to watch.
Yes.
Changes things up a bit. Things get a little bit more hectic. I mean, I do also like seeing organized ganks between support players and things like that. Those are pretty fun to watch, but it's cool to see the aggressive dual lanes.
The Slaughter has 2 Ring of Regions, by the way. Just want to throw that out there.
Fine. Not for you.
Tranquils and something.
Tranquils plus drum.
Yeah, I thought that too, but that doesn't. That's an interesting build.
It's definitely weird. I mean, I don't think this is a pipe game. I mean, it's Enchantress, who's mostly magical and physical. Beastmaster does no magical to my knowledge, and Sven does physical, but pure, essentially.
Right. I don't know. Nando's going toe-to-toe with Teehee. The healing ward's back up. He jaunts away and right in front of him. If there's ever going to be a kill in this game, it feels like it's gone on forever. It's only 4 minutes, but at this point, when you've been up as long as we have, everything is just slowed down.
I'm hoping for a 2-hour game right now. I could handle it.
You just jinxed it.
I would just make you solo cast probably. I'd be like, alright, man, I'm going.
Wouldn't be the first time tonight, Purge.
That wasn't my fault.
I know
was
it wasn't.
Chilling on the panel,
I
talking
know.
about cool
You had literally no idea what was happening. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
me, Cattle Guy, and Rob are just freaking out. We're like, we don't have a room for you to cast in.
Yeah.
Here's your gamer headset. Go into the conference room. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, and afterwards they're like, so Mott's solo casting. I was like, oh my god, he's solo casting because of me.
You
like,
got there and you're like, this game's gonna end. 60 minutes later.
It actually lasted so long.
Slithering Crush misses from Sam H. By the way, if you have a chance, go back and watch that game. It was a nice game to watch. It was a lot of fun. Pretty enjoyable. Kills all over the place. ACN Arena versus Next Generation game number 1 on Dota TV. I'm sure the mic quality is not great. Deal with it. It'll be enjoyable. I recommend it highly. Top lane, maybe a dive coming out. Looks like they threw the boulder and it actually hit, but didn't do any damage, or not enough damage anyways. Raven, meanwhile, they're going to Earth Spike and try to bring down the Enchantress army, and it's just really standing there at this point. It's going to go down in the end. And
They killed so many, dude.
that's some farm. Raven is like having a great time in this top lane. I mean, he's not getting kills, but he's getting last hits like crazy. There has not been a kill. It's 5 minutes in. I'm like shaking him in withdrawals at this point. Good stuff.
I don't even know what's real anymore, Mott.
Purge was talking about Ironwood branches like 20 minutes into the game last game. I thought that was great.
I'm gonna try to stay more awake this time.
We're just having a good time. Listen, it's 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and we have a very good matchup that I enjoy. I mean, first of all, I'm a fan of TNC and their playstyle, and I like Execration as well. Sam H is going to get jumped on with Poison Touch. They did not stun him, I don't believe. Even if they did, it didn't do much. They did, but he is clearly still fine. Nando and Teehee continue to go toe-to-toe. In the jungle, the aggressive jungle, Chemo is going to go ahead and find himself a Mud Golem. Really just looking to put as much pressure on both this Cuckoo line as well as Raven Lone Druid. It's just not working out to the best of their abilities. They'll find an Invis rune for Nando, pick that up. As far as mid is concerned...
I don't know if you noticed, but Juggernaut's getting wrecked.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Really bad.
He's got 15 last hits to 39. That's nuts.
Actually incredible.
Teehee was the one dominating last game besides the first blood, obviously. But Nando is like, he's like versed in this matchup. He really likes Puck, I'm sure. He hates Juggernaut with a passion.
Is Puck hero, man?
There's a lot of Puck players out there all of a sudden. Just everybody's a Puck player.
See that orb speed distance or speed went up by
Yeah.
That was, wow.
There was a game.
Can't tell the difference.
So you know of Lucchini, I'm assuming. You didn't play them in the qualifiers.
We did not. Well, but the team that beat us played them.
I will talk about the story in a moment, and I'm sad that it was not odd-shotted, but there is a gank happening top, and an Observer Ward is being placed down. It looks as if they will try to go for this dive. They have vision of Cuckoo. They have vision of Raven. Can they get anything done with this? Cuckoo's like, I smell trouble. I'm out of here. How far is Nando willing to dive for first blood? And it looks like it's not that far. I don't think can catch Raven. They can kill the bear, maybe. Nope, just kidding. He resummons it. Not resummons, but he gets it back to him. So.
Yep. And he's sitting here jungling right now because he really doesn't feel very safe in a safe lane. But the issue is that the bear is actually not fast at jungling at all right now. It actually got a nerf in terms of damage from bear towards neutral creep. So to offset this, you kind of need the minus armor orb item.
Yes.
Whatever the heck that's called.
Blightstone. I got you covered.
Rock, thank you. He's got his Midas flat out now. Really good time on that, 740. Maybe slightly late, but as a whole fine. And that will translate him into a Radiant.
It will come at the cost of this Tier 1 tower, which Tims and Kim are pushing profusely, and they do a good job of it. So I guess if you can't find a kill a tower instead. They'll get some farm that way. Nando and Teehee will get silenced for literally half a second because of level 1 Waning Rift, and then he'll back away. There's an aggressive 3-hero push coming out bottom with AU setting behind, and in the tree line, Cuckoo has rotated in as well. He's level 5, no 6 yet, so he doesn't have that Finger of Death at the ready. So it's going to not have, they might not have enough burst damage, and, well, it doesn't really matter. The Sven's already rotated out of lane. He's God Strength, I think, a couple of camps down. I'm pretty sure there were some stacks here. It's probably why he did it. But here's the rotation, and perhaps our first blood of the game, Teehee. No, he knows. He understands. He knows what's coming. But now on the bottom lane, will they go on to RR? He's such a juicy target. They're going to amp damage. They get the Hex off the Earth Spike. Can they get it? The Slithering Crush will come first, and this will be our first blood. We did it. Sam H gets it done. Woo!
Amazing. Really nicely executed gank though. I like how they approached from one angle with the slaughter, which kind of corralled him towards his ally, guaranteed the really easy hex from line. Organizing that stuff together makes a huge difference in whether or not the gank works.
So they'll pick up a nice kill. TNC, not surprising to get on the board first, but again, Execration doing a very good job providing pressure on these towers. However, Ice Armor will annoy them a bit. 3 armor, the slow, well, obviously not really, you know, great, but Teehee is nearby. He does have phase. He can Omni-Slash given the opportunity, and they're going to try to go for a deny. There's no glyph, though. It'll be difficult. Roar on the backside. They've actually found Cuckoo. Dreamcoil to stop Teehee and AU jumping into this fight. They do not deny the tower. Cuckoo, he gets the Earth Spike off. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fray, Sam H is low, but RR done. I don't even think he got his Grave off. He did not in time. Nando amp damaged up. They've got Slithering Crush at the ready, but he's going to phase shift it just on the tail end. They get the Crush off. That'll get the kill with a Chain Frost, making sure he goes down. Hex is up. That'll be onto the Hawk. They'll bring that down, and in turn, TNC, they don't deny the tower, but they do get 2 kills, and Nando being one of the big targets. And that's a big pickup for Sam H and the crew.
Yeah, I'm surprised he only got 288 gold for that Puck kill, because I felt like Puck was just owning this whole game here. So, huge kill there. Puck loses 239. Overall, a swing of like 1,300, something like that. Pretty good for everybody on the on TNC.
Yeah, you can see the gold graph. It's down to even at this point, pretty much. It'll be even momentarily. Yeah. Experience-wise, TNC already had the lead, and now they have a almost 4,000 experience advantage, so that's great.
And in the meantime, Lone Druid has been equipping the ugliest Lone Druid cosmetics known to man.
What is this?
It's the grossest bear I've ever seen.
Spirit of the Darkwood. Gift from Winter, though. Nice guy. What a good guy.
Oh, the bear itself.
Yes.
Yeah, but not that freaky stuff.
Are you talking about the Lone Druid himself, or are you talking about...
The Lone Druid himself, dude. Beast of the Iron Call. Look at that crap. It's on the left. Down. Down. There you go.
I got it.
Ugh. No thank you.
Not a fan. Okay.
I would never equip that. Creeps me out, dude.
Purge the cosmetic expert. All right, we got our first windlace of the game coming out from Dazzle. Pretty speedy hero to begin with, and now he's not that speedy, I guess, but he's okay.
Yeah, I kind of like the windlace.
Oh, God. Abed, you are done. See you later. Give him the finger and the Omni-Slash, and that's not great.
That was their carry they just killed? That's really unfortunate for them.
Yeah. He has his Helm of the Dom and everything. He bought his Ogre Club before dying, I'm pretty sure. He hit that F5 button real quick.
It's really not common to expect a gank that deep in your jungle this early. Usually the gank comes at your tier 1. Tower gets taken, then maybe you move that deep.
Dude, look at this vision.
That's how they got him.
Look at this vision.
Yeah, it's really good, and that's very common. Dire players will want to take vision of the Radiant jungle. They control them from being able to farm it, and then, you know, ideally you get ganks off, you get gold advantage, and you win the game. So a bunch of wards there. They're gonna take tower. They're gonna keep pushing up, and if Sven keeps farming the jungle, they're gonna keep ganking him there. So that's why it's such a good gank. Plus they had 2 really big nukes, both Omni-Slash and Finger of Death.
Yes.
Which means that they can kill this tanky hero in Sven, blow him up, and then go right back to doing what they're
You don't
before.
expect somebody to be on your high ground there, like at that point in the game. I feel like it's just good play. They catch him with his pants down. He's going to get back to farming. By the way, Execration have yet to get a kill, but with how low score this game is, it's not surprising. TP's in. Blade Fury, Elusive Orb, doesn't have his Blink yet. He has enough money now, or at least 100 gold away from it, but they don't end up fighting. TNC decides to back out, and Execration, they're like, we want to go in. Just kidding, I'm TPing bottom. Nando's going to head out, and he's going to farm up. There's a Stormhammer coming out. Dreamcoil onto 2. Can they finish this off? God Strength. It's been used. Cuckoo's low. So is Sam H. Last right click will take down 1. The blink away from Sam H. He might actually make it out with Sprint, and it looks like he will hightail it out with a TP scroll in tow. And so they only get the 1 pick, and that could have been so much better for Execration, but they finally get on the board at the very least.
Yeah, and some really big items still for Extinction. Puck's going to have Blink Dagger now, so easier initiations for him. Sven cleaning up some good farm. He is going for the magical, the wonderful Echo Saber.
You were right. You were right, Purge.
It's just a good solution. You swap it up for SNY, it's way cheaper. You don't really need as much movement speed because it applies the slow initially if you're using it for that, which is fairly unlikely, but front loads your damage. You don't really need SNY. You save money there. You can buy Blink a little bit faster, and then with Blink and Echo Saber, you just jump in after you use your ult, and you're like, boom, 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 and people die. That's like a support kill in a lot of cases.
That would have been the kill on probably Sam H had he had the Echo Saber, which of course comes back to him not dying. But scan was used. That was used by, I believe, the Dire team. TNC looking to see if they're near the Roche pit, if anyone's around. They did not find anyone, but Chemo is still going to get caught here momentarily. Hex will come through. Cuckoo says no. Sam H says yes. Let me jump in and Slither and Crush. There's the Ensnare on TC. The Earth Spike comes out. He's already healed up, however. Now they come out with the Chain Frost as well as the Dream Coil. And now the Omni Slash blows up the puck. Nando out of the fight. Another Slither and Crush. Execration will lose Tim's as well. And Chemo now on the run. Slither and Crush is up in 4. They're looking for more. Instead, they want to turn onto R. They already put on the amplified damage on 2. Blink in, stun, see you later, 3 hits. That's all it takes. Sam H completely healthy. The only one low for TNC is Cuckoo. He was sitting at roughly about 10 HP for a period of time there, but Execration again get wiped up.
Just that Chain Frost, it was amazing. That was actually the highest damage in the fight. 1286 damage from Chain Frost here. They did more than Omni Slash. They did more than 3 Slither and Crushes, 3 Amplify damages, and right click those Slaughter.
It's pretty good.
Really incredible. So huge team fight for them. It actually looked like the extreme limits of Chain, but it would basically like bounce from Beastmaster to a creep back to Beastmaster. He got hit 3 times by it.
I feel like that's happened a lot recently. Well, Abed, he's got his Echo Saber now. He's clearing out this Ancient Stack relatively fast. Damn, I mean, like, damn, with that God Strength.
Relatively?
That's yeah, wow. Okay. I'm a believer.
You know what's kind of crazy about this as well is that it actually gives almost as much strength as what the SNY did. Gives you 10 versus 16, if I remember correctly. It does cost more money, but easily is better offensively for Sven.
Yeah, that seems... I knew Echo Saber, like, I really like this item, and I wish it was picked up on more heroes, but I'm fine with it this game. And if it turns the game around for Execration, because I feel like they need something, I would be very happy to see an Echo Saber God Strength go to serious work against TNC. I feel like they need a good Dream Coil to set that up on top of Aurora.
That helps, yeah.
It would be nice. We'll see if that's going to be the case. They'll back up. They're weaved up, though. It's on for another maybe 5 to 10 seconds. They will not continue the push as Abed is not there. He's up to 1,000 gold. Echo Sabering it up. He's got to TP mid, though. He's going to have to make the long journey to try to help with this tower. He's got his Omni Slash. He went for the Blink Dagger. He's Omni in 18, actually. Blinks Slithering onto 2. The Blade Fury right on top. The Roar comes through. Nando gets graved up. There's a great Earth Spike. Nando about to fall. He didn't even get the Dream Coil off. He's got a Phase Shift. They get the Chain Frost going to work as well. Sam H will finally fall. Looks like an okay fight so far for Execration. Tim's is staying on the back line. Chemo will get entangled up. He's got Omni Slash, but not the mana to use it. He finally sticks up and now is going to work with this huge Omni Slash. They get off the Stormhammer in the end, but here comes the God Strength. They get off the Echo Saber proc. Teehee in trouble. Gonna head on out. Can they get off another hit? There's the slow coming through with the Echo Saber, and they get it done. They finally pick up Teehee, and they're looking for more. Nando picks off, assassinates Cuckoo in the back line, and he will TP away. Finally, the first good fight for Execration, and on top of that, they will get a victory kill on the Spirit Bear. Or I think it was close to it anyway. Nicely done from them.
Man, that stone was just so big. Fight looked pretty normal. Boom, I see 4 people in the air. And when that happens, plus the Omni Slash, that's dead heroes, man.
That Omni, I felt like it should have killed more people, but...
It's only level 2, and he literally has no damage items.
Yeah, nothing. Phase, blink.
It was pretty good considering that.
Yeah. That was a good grave to keep Nando alive, good heal, good stick charges to make sure he could get that. Without that Dream Coil, I feel like that fight gets a lot harder. And they took down Sam H, who's a big, big deal. Because he keeps getting these crushes off, and you're like, I have to deal with 4 crushes in a team fight? Are you joking me? What am I supposed to do about that?
That's the scariest thing about Slaughter is the fact that he's on an 8-second cooldown on a stun, so he can reinitiate so many times. Jump in, do your combo, run away. And rinse, repeat. Enough.
Here we go. Smoke up to see Cuckoo, Sam H, and Teehee will head towards the Roast Pit and then down into the enemy jungle. And Chemo will be first contact, and we'll see him probably get jumped on with a Slithering Crush. Boom. See you later, Finger. You're dead. But now the Roar counter initiation coming out. Teams, they get the Dream Coil off onto 3, but there's the Blade Fury. We'll break it up. Nando in trouble. He might need to use the Grave here early. He will. He'll pop it off. The Weave comes out in time as well. Tims will back up and back away. Nobody down just yet for TNC. Heals coming out still. Now they jump in with Abed. Here comes the God Strength. He gets one instantly. The Chain Frost bounces. AU now gets stunned up as well. They'll take down Nando on the backside, but on the chase is going to be Teehee looking for more. RR Blade Fury up. He's got no grave. He's already used it, but Abed goes to work with the Echo Saber and finds yet another kill as Teehee, he gets that trade not in favor. The Spirit Bear is still going to work on his Tier 2 tower. No Radiance yet, but he's close. He's got the Relic on top of... Actually, the Radiance recipe is now done. So that's the trade-off, is the 3-for-1 exchange plus that the Lone Druid is getting good farm.
Don't talk about this gross Lone Druid, man. I thought I told you. Come on.
I'm sorry. I mean, he's in the Dota game. I have to mention him.
He looks so creepy.
You really hate him that much.
I thought he was supposed to be a good guy. Like, it's just a creepy cosmetic. It's like, nice, man. You made something really creepy.
That's a good point. Is he Radiant Dire, Scourge,
Everyone under
Sentinel?
The age or over the age of 14 or something. And
You have a real hatred for this lone druid. I think that's that's not. It shouldn't be a thing that
he
happens.
just doesn't have enough ironwood branches. It's really,
Okay, well we're getting back to that now.
he deserves this.
He has one ironwood branch. Leave him alone.
All right. Well, that makes it a little better.
His Radiance is also done. He has a Blightstone as well, which makes it even better in my opinion, because that's awesome. But we'll see what that's going to accomplish. Now Sven, by the way, is top of the net worth. But again, he really wants to be in that 2 to 3K plus net worth advantage. However, it's not happening at this point. They're going to smoke, though. Chemo is leading the way. He's got it in tow, and he's going to smoke. And they're going to get all 5. We'll see if they either head to Roche, they want to find a pickup. They know that AU is bottom. That's an easy target. Not sure if they want to go for the support, which, by the way, has a Midas. They're going to walk up to the high ground. The board will lead the way to scout things out. It's not going to get vision of Sam H just yet. Now they see him. There's a ward there.
You definitely don't go after him. Other cores so much more expensive in terms of how much gold they give you if you kill him.
Oh, Blinken, Waiting Rift is going to go. Dream Coral onto 2. Sam H is in trouble. He's not dead yet. Stormhammer. Now the Savage Roar onto all 4 of them. Actually pushes them away. Godstring. Now they're going to reinitiate. Abed's in some trouble. They've got Grave. Roar comes out into Teehee. Can they bring him down in time? Here comes the Chain Frost. It's going to bounce out. Greater Spike onto 2.
Had some nukes there. They just couldn't finish everybody off, and then TNC just ran him down.
Savage Roar, good ability when you hit it on 4 heroes.
That was actually crazy. Like, it seemed like it was semi-even, but that basically entirely counted the Dream Coil.
Chemo, can they get Entangle on Earth Spike or anything? They should be able to find this without any issues whatsoever. He wants Sam H. He can't find it. 4 dead immediately into Roche. TNC go. And a beautiful engagement. Counter initiation all up the wazoo for TNC.
I'm quite surprised that they won the fight so handily. I mean, the puck loyalty looked all right. They had some nukes there. They just couldn't finish anybody off, and then TNC just ran them down.
Savage Roar, good ability when you hit it on 4 heroes.
That was actually crazy. Like, it seemed like it was semi-even, but that basically entirely counted the Dream Coil. Bought them 4 seconds to walk where they wanted to, and then they've got to play their team play normal.
Nando was looking for a potential snipe, an Age of Steel, or a kill, and he couldn't find any of them, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, you know, you think of 3-man, 4-man Slithering Crushes, 4-man back walls. Not seen a 4-man Savage Roar. At least I don't think I have off the top of my head. So that's fun.
Is AoE really that small?
For Savage Roar?
Yeah. That's pretty small.
I think so. They were like all running at him. Like every single one of them were like, let's go. We need this kill. They committed very hard. And it was near the tier 2 tower as well. But they were already kind of baiting at TNC where they had like 3 or 4 heroes in the vicinity to begin with. But what are you going to do?
You could go 3-0-0 on Lich. That's one solution. This guy's owning, dude, and he has a Midas.
Yeah, he got that recently.
What a cool dude.
AU's a great player. Big fan. Big fan. Sam H as well. God, this guy plays Slaughter well.
Dude, all the players in the regional qualifiers are playing amazing. It's making me realize we're not ready for regional qualifiers.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
No, that's that was made pretty clear this weekend, all right?
Yeah, well. Sometimes you have to understand that these teams, most of these teams have been playing together a lot more than you guys have.
Okay, that
and
doesn't make
not to
me
mention you have
feel
all right.
any better about sucking at line.
You know, I'm not even going to try to console you at this point because
you shouldn't. There's like all you can say is like, I'm sorry it went like
condolences,
that.
dude.
Thank you. Wow.
Condolences.
I feel so much better. No, really, it just when you play bad and people come up to you and they're like, you played really well. I'm like, I sure did not. Don't lie to me.
There is stream evidence proof of me not playing well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw those Blinken and Chronos. There were 5 of them or something, you know? Like,
then I can only offer you one thing, and that is condolences.
Okay. Thank you.
Smoke of Deceit comes out from TNC as we get back on topping into this game, and they're going to look for a potential target by heading towards the Ancient stack, which has been stacked up yet again. If they don't kill anybody, and they could steal this, I'm sure that's fine as well. Did they get Battle Fury on Jug? No, he has 3,000 gold saved up. He has no other item other than what he had. They, by the way, also scanned towards the tier 2 tower in front of it, right around this general area, and did not find anybody.
Yep, they're waiting to see if somebody's coming to defend the tower, and if they do, they're going to wrap out and kill them, ideally. Defuse the blades, pick up for Jug. Purpose on that one, anything to remove?
I'm not sure. Waiting Rift.
You are so right, dude.
Silences. I think of any silences in games, I'm just like, yep, that's the one.
Yep. Definitely the Waiting Rift, you're right about that.
I mean, I'm sure there's other things too, but I'm not going to think about it at this point. Teehee's going to go to work, and he'll clear out that tier 2 tower. They'll continue to push down bottom. Execration and TNC going for a bit of a split push battle, and Spirit Bearer will come out and lead the way. They dig, and I think a creep. I'm not sure if they actually Dagon the Spirit Bear or not. He's got demolished, so I don't know if that's the best use of Dagon.
They nuke the creep wave. They dag on the bear.
Earth Spike onto 2. Uh-oh, Abed in trouble. Tim's as well gets hexed up. He needs to hightail it out. God Strength had already gone. There's the Omni slash Tim's as well, as Abed will take the brunt of the damage. He's trying to TP out. You are not making it. No, barely. But still going down at the end.
Well, and the game continues.
Yeah, I have a good feeling about TNC's chances in this game now. Net worth wise.
Oh, net worth.
4,000 ahead. Experience-wise, 7,500. I mean, it's not like Execration are playing. They had that one good fight, you know, and then they threw it away bottom, and they proceeded to not particularly play up to snuff, I think, in the past couple of engagements. So it's tough because the Lone Druid has been kept alone. He's not died, first of all. He's farmed freely. He's been involved in 4 kills, one of which he actually got the kill. So Raven has just about everything he wants. I mean, he has almost a full Assault Cuirass on top of his already Vlad's Radiance. It's a pretty good start for him.
He definitely needs to transition, though, because they can't put all their eggs in one basket, and Slarder's not going to provide that due to having Tranquil Boots. So it's good that he's there for disable reasons, but he's mostly a damage amplifier.
Winning Rift goes Teehee. He does not want to use his Diffusal just yet, and I can understand why. Given that he is an Aegis, they'll take the Tier 2 tower, they'll back, they don't want to give anything up. They're like, we could probably take this stack, and that's what they're going to do. It's like, no, please.
It's like Goldilocks kill. Eating her fed dragons or something. Dragon golems.
What?
Goldilocks? Goldilocks?
What about Goldilocks?
Story? You know, like,
it's just right.
Creeps are just right.
Just right.
Eat them, kind of a thing. No?
I couldn't hear you. You were being very quiet for a second.
That's what somebody on Twitter said. I was like, that's because I'm asleep, dude.
I think you need to just put your mic a little closer to your face.
Is that it? Is this the problem? Maybe,
yes.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, it's totally,
is
completely
this supposed
the problem.
to be in my mouth?
It's not supposed to be in your mouth, but it's supposed to be pretty close.
See, the problem is that I have a mustache right now, and it rubs on it, and then it makes it very abrasive. I'm going to show you with you guys. Listen to this. Right? So you hear this little, like, crinkly thing. Just, I clearly need a new job. That's the only conclusion I can make out of this one.
I think you just need to shave your mustache, dude.
I refuse. That's not how my life works.
Okay, well, mustaches aside, this Sven has picked up a BKB, and that'll provide him at least a little bit more tankiness, not to mention Magic Community, which is pretty nice against what TNC has in general. Yeah. Obviously, the armor is going to be nice, the Warcry to avoid the Omni Slash, but the big things like stun from Lion, it's good.
He doesn't like eating 8-chain frosts either. That part.
No, that doesn't seem very fun either, yeah. Can agree with that.
Generic stun's definitely good to remove.
The mech has been purchased by the Lich, by the way, so his Midas has turned into Windlace Urn mech as well. So
I'm pretty happy with that. It's gonna offset a lot of the damage that Puck puts out or Sun puts out, for example. But they've got to play a little bit more scared now. They know what happens if they get caught out.
You know what it comes down to for Execration is just one good disable, one good stun from this Sven, one good Dream Coil, God Strength, cleaving everybody down. Even if you don't kill the Lone Druid right off the bat, in fact, especially if you don't kill the Lone Druid right off the bat, kill everybody else, kill the Lone Druid, make him your last priority. It's hard to bring him down at this point. I don't know.
How many pieces of armor does he have? Holy crap.
He's got the plate mail, chain mail and the Vlad's, of course, for Vlad's AC.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he's tanky. He has 9+25, sitting at 35 armor. 34, excuse me.
Don't get that wrong, dude. It's really important.
Yeah, I know. 1 armor is very, very important at this stage in the game.
All right, Radiant team shifting in, looking for the wraparound.
This could be big. This could, I think, either completely fail and lose them the game, or they could hopefully find something. They blink very early in. Nando has made his presence clear, so has RR. And now if you're, yeah, there's the counter initiation coming out. They finger Nando. Great grave to keep him alive, but he needs to get something off here. They're going right onto AU, but he gets his Chain Frost off. No Dream Coil coming through. AU might be the one target. The Roar comes out. There's the Omni Slash. He popped the BKB. No real damage coming through. 2 dead for TNC. They've lost damage as well. They want more. T's already Blade Fury'd away. Abed's working on the Bear. Now Cuckoo's going to come in with a huge Ravage Impale. The Earth Split comes out and does a serious work. They'll kill the Bear off. I think they might have a resummon. They do. It's certainly still a 2-for-1 exchange, and I feel like Execration, like, we could go for more, but I don't think it's a good idea. We're all kind of low, God strength's down. Let's not do this.
I mean, they got what they came here for. You know, Sven got a couple big kills. It sucks that they lost the puck because he did have a huge damage output that they didn't get to utilize, but press towards the top lane. You know, anything that Eve is even close to trading when you're behind in kills is usually going to be worth it, since your gold is also going to be behind in most cases.
It was worth it, I think, in the end. It does suck that the puck went down because, again, that's probably 3 or 4 kills instead of just the 2 if he's alive during that engagement. But he went so far ahead from his team. He's just like, I'm going in, guys. The Bear spotted him. He was very far ahead.
Yeah, this could definitely be the start of their comeback. Definitely possible.
They're not even down that much. It's like 5K.
Yeah, 2,300 gold now on Sven as well. So next item he picks up probably Daedalus, maybe an AC. Just give yourself some crits. Kill him as fast as possible, kind of a thing.
He's got all his early items that he needs at this point. BKB being the last, the beginning of the later game stage items. Daedalus would not be bad.
Yeah, it's usually Daedalus or AC, I think. Maybe you could justify a heart here. But I probably armor or the other item. Most likely Daedalus.
Alright, Abed. Still going straight to work right now. Trying to get up to that next item, whatever it may be. AU has got 1,000 gold even after dying that last engagement. Roche up in 30 seconds, we'll call it. 23.
32 seconds.
It said 23, literally a second ago on the side, unfortunately.
It says numbers now?
It's always said numbers.
What? No way. How do you know this?
I happen to do this a lot, believe it or not. Tome of Knowledge picked up for the Lion.
Alright.
Yeah, he could use some experience.
His level is?
He's 14.
14, okay. I'm cool with that. Gotta give him that level 4 mana drain, dude.
Level 3 finger also, not bad.
Okay. It's useful.
Manta Style on top of Diffusal Blade. 2 ways to spell silence, more damage. Alright.
I don't know if I'm completely sold on this build in this case, because it gives him very low damage, and that's not the way to deal with Sven. Maybe you can diffuse the blade off Warcry perhaps to lower his armor, but it just seems kind of like a weird build.
So what else do you pick up in that situation then?
Maybe a better mix of HP, like skip diffusal, go like Scotty instead. That way you have something like 22, so even if your overall DPS isn't very good versus Omni Slash, so you can kite a little bit better afterwards. Something like that would be pretty good.
Sure.
I guess Butterfly isn't really worth it because he can cleave through your evasion if you had somebody else that's close by. So, maybe he's doing the right thing here.
Well, we'll wait and see how it plays out. They're backing very far. I don't think they have a smoke. I think they're just trying to avoid any gank that's coming their way, or they're setting up for a smoke. Basher now done, by the way, on top of the Assault Cross that he already has on his bear.
Yeah, that's the one glimmering hope that they have, more or less. Not that the Juggernaut is super far behind, but the bear could be better. He does have an AC on the bear, actually. So.
I mean, he's farmed. The bear is definitely farmed. He's the most farmed in the game, but...
The most farmed bear in the game?
No, just the most farmed, in general.
Okay, alright, I get you.
Sam H, he's done a good job, and this smoke might be the beginning of the end if Execration can't find a good fight.
It's kind of a weird angle. They're going to have to wrap around.
If they go up high ground, this is a... yeah, they have to wrap all the way around. Oh, this could be dangerous for TNC. It could be dangerous for both squads. They jump it. They get the Earth Spike onto 2. Omni Slash flies through. They finger 1. Nando's going to stay alive. Can he get the Dream Coil off in the end? It looks like he'll phase shift. Now Abed comes and gets the stun. Sam H getting low. The Chain Frost bouncing through. They've lost 2 still. Entangled up Abed trying to chase Sam H down. He gets entangled again, and Abed just cannot get through. They did get the kill up onto TE, but Abed will get entangled for a 3rd time. Are you joking me? Raven with the RNG, better than even Bulldog himself. And meanwhile, Nando trying to hide in the Roche pit. Not going to work for very long. He's got to phase shift, blink out, and make it away. But 4 dead for Execration. That might be the beginnings of the nail in the coffin. They're going to even chase further for Nando. He'll jaunt further back, making it out in time.
It was just such good lockdown on the Sven. He actually couldn't do anything. He just kept getting rooted and wasn't able to initiate, get a couple hits off, kill somebody at the start. If that happens and the supports are all still alive, they're just going to continuously kite you and prevent you from doing anything.
He's like, lol. All right, I have a BKB and Blink Dagger. Guess that doesn't matter. Good stuff. See you later. So they miss out on a completely huge team fight, which swings things even further. Oh, Nando with the steal of the Aegis.
What?
He got in there with that jaunt. Is it going to be worth it? He's phase shifts.
Oh
No, he
my
blinks
God.
out. He blinks out before the crush hits him. Jaunts away. Nando with the stylish moves. Did he snatch it? He got the kill, too?
Are you serious?
He got the kill.
He actually did. That's actually pretty incredible.
All right, I see you, Nando. I see you.
Well, I never tried that myself because I always messed up real bad. So.
Yeah, but you're not like you're not one of those mid
You
players.
ever
They're
done
like,
that before?
have I done that before?
Yeah.
I mean, I one time hookshot in with Clockwork and stole it, but that was it.
Was it on purpose? Were you just scouting? Or?
No, I was on purpose. I flared it.
That was cool, dude.
But it's like a 3K game, so it doesn't matter. That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it doesn't mean shit. Thanks for
dude.
sharing that.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
No, I'm just kidding. That's cool. That's really difficult to do, but it's absolutely game winning because all of that gold that goes to them now goes to his team. It's pretty much equivalent to getting an extra tower for free.
It would be better had they not lost 4 heroes right before that, but sometimes you get what you can get. So I'll give it to him. Nando with the sick plays.
Level 4 on the Dagon now for Puck.
Yeah, I mean, he has all this damage. You said this before. He has all this damage, but he just dies every time, right at the beginning of every fight.
I mean, he can't get roared. He can't get Slar crushed. The Slar keeps initiating with some really good stuns.
Earth spiked.
Yeah, Earth spiked as well.
Which was what happened last, and then they just omnied on top of him. They fingered the other guy. They fingered the Dazzle, killed him, and then proceeded to beat down Nando before he could get any of his abilities off.
Poor Nando.
I mean, you say that, but he snatched the Aegis and picked up the Aegis rather than killed Roche. So, again, a very defensive set of postures here from TNC. They'll sit all the way back, not looking to make anything crazy happen, and finally move out together as a team as a whole. Ghost Scepter's picked up in spades. You have AU giving one for the Lich. You have Cuckoo as well, and I'm sure there's more to follow if they want. Against Abed, it's going to be pretty nice to have. And now a Vanguard picked up for what inevitably is going to be an Abyssal Blade on this bear.
Yeah, most likely. Abyssal is quite good on him, actually. Pretty expensive in the past, but I actually kind of like the idea of throwing the Vanguard on the bear. It should give him massively more survivability, actually, once you combine those items. Since
yes.
He is going to be taking creeps a lot.
I don't think he has to worry. He has yet to die this game. I don't really think he's concerned. I hope he's not concerned.
Bearman, creepy Bearman. It's because he's a freaking nightmare. He actually can't die.
Dude, he's not that scary.
He dies and comes back later. I've seen it.
He's not that frightening.
Alright. Zoom in on this and tell me how this is not frightening, dude. Look at his red eyes. Look at how he walks.
Alright, it's a little frightening.
It's real frightening, dude.
He's like a Yeti. We'll go with that.
That's what we were, where Yetis came from. Alright, they are now split. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, does it?
I don't know. You tell me, dude. Oh, boy. All right, tier 2 tower bottom falling. Infused Raindrops now picked up for the Dazzle. Give me that magical damage block of 120. I like it. I feel like the Puck could use a little bit of that, but he's going to pick up his Dagon 5 instead. Scan will reveal an illusion, but not actually anything coming out from Execration. Or that was the TNC scan. They were looking for a wraparound Smoke Gank that they thought was coming. It's a good guess, but no, it wasn't actually the case.
And now they're back to defend, basically. And the team will leave. So that was fun.
Yeah, it's a little bit of footsies, TNC seeing how much they can actually get out of this. I mean, they've taken all the outer towers. You know, they're just kind of, I think, probably still that Roche down for a long time. Just because, again, Nando making that play.
Yeah. Well, bot at least pushes out a bit. Dive's going to fully retreat here. Slarder's actually a hero that really hasn't transitioned his item build at all. His KDA looks good, but he still doesn't have BKB. Maybe this is because he has Trinkles on Treads, so his overall farm speed is weak. But
yeah.
He's definitely slacking a bit there.
It's not the same H of last game. That's what I'll say. But the same H of last game was hitting double, triple Slithering Crushes and owning in every single possible engagement. But this game's a little bit different complexion. It's really Raven is the star for TNC, even though he's really just sat in fights and hit with his bear and done as much as he possibly could. The 4-man Savage Roar, I think, was a highlight reel worthy kind of thing, but not Nando level at this point. So, Execration, they'll go ahead and take up another stack for Abed, who has since picked up an Assault Cuirass as his next item, not to mention the 1,200 gold he's added on since then. And they're looking to move together as a team. I don't believe they have a smoke on them, and it's actually true. They're going to go ahead and deward together with Gem that's been picked up by Chemo. And again, TNC, look at this defensive posture. We know that you're around. We know that you're doing stuff. We have Hawk, or not Hawk, excuse me. We just have Vision coming out with the Bear. We have just good map control. They know what they're doing. TNC, they understand.
The old turtle in your base until eventually esports makes a mistake.
It's working.
Classic strategy. It will always work.
I mean, it's not the most exciting play in the world, but and they're missing out on farm, especially for Teehee. But I don't think they really give a damn. Not to mention, top's pushing out. That'll have to be dealt with by everybody. Everyone rotates. Execration are playing as 5 now. They've decided. They've made the ultimate decision to play as 5.
Thank God. But the problem is that even if you do that, the other team also has to be there for the party.
The party does not start until the other squad arrives.
Yeah, basically.
And that's not happening. They're picking out AU. They're like, we want this Lich. Lich needs to leave, like, now. And he did.
I mean, you just assume that you can kill him very easily when you're playing a mid-hero. And actually, Puck kind of can. You can hypothetically burst him down before you max.
If you go Scepters, he's just dead even faster against the Puck.
Okay.
But I don't think he would do that unless he absolutely had to go Scepter. Generally, if the Lich gets caught out alone, he's going to die, is what I'm trying to say. They'll, again, TNC will back and turtle. And wait, and just take their time with things. No need to rush. They already have a 1-0 advantage in this series, and Execration they're being put in a very big hole, just based off of the net worth from really the Lone Druid and the Jug now catching back up as well. So a couple of good team fights going in a row. It would have been nice for them to get Roche to have an even further farm advantage, but that's not the case. And we have a Invis, Cuckoo, looking for a target, but Chemo's going to walk up with a gem. Almost gets in true sight range. Does not get there. And they're like looking to smoke. They have one on RR. Are they going to see? They're not going to see Cuckoo. Nobody's going to see anything. They're not going to D-ward over here. This ward that was just placed down. That's going to give vision. Okay, it's just a lot of back and forth just walking around.
I feel like I'm hearing Omni Slashes, but it's actually just the illusions going crazy.
It's the illusions, yeah.
Because they have so much agility, they're just attacking really fast. And now his build's actually kind of translating it a little. I still would like to maybe see... Maybe Scotty's not the solution. It's kind of hard to deal with Sven. If you go evasion, it doesn't work amazing because you can hit something near you when he cleaves.
Desolator.
I don't know if Deso Jug is the build.
Yeah,
either.
it's not really. He picked up the Basher. He's going to go Abyssal probably. That was just, I just threw it out because I figured there's so much armor for Execration, at least from the Sven and the Weave.
That actually doesn't always mean that it's the right
I know.
solution to it, based on math. If you have a lot of armor, the -6 armor or whatever doesn't actually do that much. Almost got the Dream Coil there, but it does miss it.
Oh, that's unfortunate because guess what's up right now? Roche. Both teams know it. That'd be a really, really opportune time to have Dream Coil, and I'm pretty sure TNC have an understanding that it's not up anymore. Dream Coil, rather.
Yeah, but is Dream Coil worth, like, forcing the fast Roshan when you know that all 5 heroes are up just because they don't have Dream Coil now?
No, I think they'll wait for somebody to go back top and then maybe try to find a pick, perhaps, with a smoke, or just head into Roche, even without a pick. They have, again, we talked about the armor reduction. They have, obviously, the Slardar. They have Blightstone still, I believe, on the Lone Druid Bearer. They have Assault Cuirass.
Well, you could just do it. Wow, he actually used a Diffusal Blade there to break the Lincolns.
Whatever works, man.
I mean, that shit's premium. It's gone soon.
He's got 4 left, and he can buy another recipe for the second.
I suppose so.
Execration are going to smoke. They are not going to get there in time. I don't think they take this fight now anymore. Well, they're going to blink and roar and say that they will anyways. Jump in. What an Earthquake again. Omni Slash flying through. Nando, did he get off his Dream Coil? It's still on cooldown. They'll lose at least Enchantress. Abed is in trouble. They've wiped 4. They're about to wipe 5, and Abed is struggling as hard as he possibly can to stay alive. Another crush comes in from Sam H, and it's going to be a full 5-man wipe. All dead in the dirt or the water at this point, as you could say. And Teehee picks himself up a double kill. Just not a great time to force that fight, especially with the Omni Slash. A great Earth Spike again from the line. Cuckoo continues to perform in this game.
I mean, Sven lasted a really long time there at the last second, but it just, the positioning of all the TNC's heroes was just really well. Lone Druid sitting to the southeast, all the other heroes initiating properly, and they just cleaved them down one by one. Like, even the roar was a little poorly timed. He kind of jumped the gun a bit.
Oh, Nando, you just died back.
Oh, that's not good.
That's, with Glyph down now, probably game.
He had such a good early game, but then he just kept getting stunned into follow-ups.
you have to get tilted in that situation, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know?
You're like, wow, I had such a good early game.
Now I'm
we're
dead.
gonna win this now because I'm gonna be able to translate this into all these cool kills and.
He crushed TE.
Yeah.
On the mid lane. He crushed him. Tim's is going to get fingered or spiked, and he's going to get at least saved for the time being. But look at the slow. The entangle comes out. He's just like not making it out of there alive. He does have buyback. See how far they decide to dive. They're probably going to finish off this Rax bottom first and then go from there, yeah. They'll finish off 2 sets of Rax, and Execration are holding on. They do not want to give away a 2-0, but at this point, there's little they can do in retort. It is going to be GG, and that is going to be TNC taking a 2-0 against Execration. They'll lose their first series. TNC will win their first series. That'll put them up a nice 3-point spot. Execration now sitting at 2 points alone. That's a huge victory coming out from this TNC squad. An expected one at that, I think. I think a lot of people thought, okay, TNC, let's see what you can do. And they showed us.
Yeah, Extinction's not a bad team by any means. Just TNC is quite a bit better. Their coordination and mid-game ganks and stuff. Their itemization, their overall farming was quite a bit faster, and maybe their draft was better. I mean, if you only have a Sven, and you're against a Lone Druid, a Slardar, and a Juggernaut, and they get a Basher on like 1 or 2 of those heroes, then all of a sudden your hero just stands there and he's like, bashed, bashed, bashed.
Entangled. And
he gets entangled, and he's got to deal with Frost Armor, and Omni Slash, and Lion Disables. It was a very difficult game for a solo core Sven.
I mean, it just, there were like a couple of fights where I'm like, oh, he's got Echo Saber, he's going to go in now. And he killed like 2 people, and then it just like everyone got too tanky. The Lone Druid was impossible to kill because he had like 30,000 different armor sources. So, an unfortunate end to Execration's evening. Pretty spectacular one for TNC, I think, all things considered. Going 1-1 with Sick Trust is, you know, it's not what they wanted, but that's something that is not out of the realm of possibility, I think, for a lot of fans for TNC as well. So really good games to start things off. I was happy to be able to cast the little bit that I did for SEA. I'm supposed to be doing a little bit more America. We'll see how up to that I am. Of course, this is Beyond the Summit 3. I'll be doing a little bit casting later with Grant potentially. This is Purge. He's done for the day, so you can wave goodbye to him. You know where to catch him. It's over at Purge Gamers on Twitter, obviously. For the rest of the Manila Major Hub, obviously we're on all of the Beyond the Summits. Beyond the Summit through Beyond the Summit 2 through 7 as well, I believe. Maybe even up to 8, I'm not sure. So if you're missing out on action, there's a good chance that one of those channels will have the action you're looking for, whether that's Europe, which is now going on, Americas, which is starting soon, China, which probably should have finished up at this point in time. So we have a lot more action coming for you in the next couple of days, the next couple of hours as well. So make sure you guys stick around 24 hours here on the Beyond the Summit streams. My name is Mont. With me is Purge. You can follow me at MontDota. We'll be back for more SCA Dota tomorrow. See you guys later.